Then he said, "Tell her he's much the same, that he still remembers the smells of your house, but has trouble with your name. Say that he quit smoking one afternoon, and then one afternoon began again. That his back is better, most days fine, though sometimes he still sits in the sun to ease his spine. Tell her he has no troubles, that he has things he cannot tell how or why, like books that spent winters in other beds, and clothes that carry a smell, and that he worries that he'd forget the names he needs to know, of faces and of daily necessities, that he'd forget where he kept his tea, his soap, his tiny scissors and his comb, and every day the dark, and every day the frightening thought of finding his way home from the park." He said, "Tell her he wonders why we remember things that don't help survive and things that won't help die. A pup found in winter, a dog lost in summer, a Beatles number on a Phillips 2-in-1, and you in your pair of red shorts looking for a pen cap to chew, and your knees swaying and your ideas being very contrarian. Tell her that he says one day, with the sun coming in your window, he felt that you'd both always be 27, insane and clever, and that the song to Jude on the tape you got from Connaught Place would play on forever. Tell her that he lives backstage among the props, where it's silent and pigeons shuffle like wound-up toys at the window, where a voice singing of an old home moves room to room. And at night, when the girls in the flat below laugh, he sees you still sitting quiet in your half of the bed, drawing knots and crosses across your palm. Tell her that sometimes he finds a banana clip on the park bench and thinks of your hair oiled Friday nights, washed Saturday mornings, and some weeks on the pillow a trace of lavender, and some weeks the smell of beaches. Tell her that he lives among the props, backstage, where to forget is to die, and to remember is to age. He didn't say much after that. It got darker and the last kids in the park left. I took a cat nap. He picked stones and started filling his pockets. By the time his left pocket filled, it began raining. I said, "Let's go back." He kept his eyes on his knees and kept muttering, "Let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it." On the way back, I got 2 mangoes from Ahmed's shop and cigarettes from Shambhu's for him. By the time we got close to his flat, the rain was already falling in sheets. The park had turned into a pond, and water had climbed to the fenders of the black Land Rover that was always parked in the corner. I helped him dry up and waited for him to sleep. He tried saying something, but changed his mind. He'd a 5-ton frown on him. There was water squishing in my shoes, so I sat in the corner of his bed, rolled up my trousers, and took off the shoes. When I turned round, he lay curled in the corner of the bed, and I'd gone to sleep. clenching his pack of cigarettes. I couldn't think straight all day. I should have held his hand, maybe.